Hey, gang, it's I, Dr. Bosky, and this evening we are going to take a look at DavidNG40's very first playthrough of Interstellar Sentinel 2, Level 1. So we just released it to the community just a few days ago, and we're starting to see people play for the first time. And as you'd expect, it's rough gameplay, so the experiences are all over the place. So one of the things that we like to do, and I recommend that other developers do this, is make time to watch the players play your game, get your task list out, which we're going to have here in a second, and then take the opportunity to put on your data science hat and collect things, because even if people take the time to type things and share things, there's nothing quite like watching raw gameplay. So let's see here. He said it's been a bit since he played a SHMUP, so his performance is definitely unimpressive. But so far, I had a great experience. Yeah, that's awesome. He says I'm going to try playing through it again this week and provide any in-depth thoughts I have afterwards. Cool. So maybe David, I'll post this video for you, and you can watch me watching you watch me. Okay. So here we go. 0.40 build. Been online. And that is really loud. I didn't check that. Let me take a look. Okay, that's better. That's better. Okay, so let's see what's going on here. 1 second. All right, so we come into the tutorial level. It's a little temporary thing just to see how people will play. So he's moving around, checking those buttons. Oh yeah, he's done this before, you can tell. He's like, okay, let me do these things. Either that or he's a prodigy and he just totally gets it. Super weapon, all right. And then he dunked in. Let's see what happens. All right, we're off to the start.
Is that entire planet covered in a city? Sounds like an overflowing litter box if you ask me.
Good, generally good spatial control. He didn't catch all the Robonoid bits, but that's all right. A little bit of a tricksy crossover here. Do it very early on. Nice, good maneuvering. That was really good. Man, dexterous player. Ah, look at that. He's using his overpower shots. Nice. Got a super now in pocket. You know, I wonder. So these guys come in a little sooner. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a note. And one of the things I like to do is I like to just grab a little screenshot. And then I like to do one of these. Can I just add that? Let's see here. This new Trello is killing me. It is literally killing me. All right. So I have that screenshot. Here's what I want to do. So level, let's see here. First, enemy surge. Enemy surge. Search. Bring Robonoids forward a little more and update their teleportation VFX timing. Then one of the things I like to do is we just get a little save there, do one of these. We're gonna copy the image address, so then you always have a little like helper for your note. All right, cool. Let's see how he deals with this. So the main thing that I was looking at here, right, is basically. Go back a little bit. It's right about. So what I have here is that essentially, so you destroy the Space Ripper, and then these guys spawn. There's going to be 4 of them, but they spawn right on top of this normal spawn. And so I feel like if I brought these guys for the advanced monster trophy forward a little bit more, so they could spawn maybe here and here, then they're going to be the first primary big targets, and you'll still have these guys that kind of do their Z pattern in here, but it'll probably create a better flow. Nice, look at that dodge. Just not even sweating it right between the missiles. Still killing everything with prejudice. He, unfortunately, if you take a quick look, it looked like... So, and the other side of this too, right, is that essentially what's happening is you have enemies on top of enemies on top of enemies on top of enemies. And then you have, like your goodie stack here as well coming through. What do I want the player to focus on at this point? And right now, like they do kind of double up. And if you're using your astral projection, you can get a 2-for-1 smash, which is nice. Like, but and it's an advanced spawn for sure. But I think by staggering them a little bit more, I can get a better flow for the player. And as we progress through, so he does a great job taking out these 3 or 4 here. Got this guy left over here. The Loki's there, but then watch, he gets this guy, and then this guy times out and comes down. On the bottom there. Ooh, he managed to pick the right shield mech up right out of the backside on that. That was nice. And again, he said he had fun, which is great. It isn't a perfect run, but he's doing really well. Isn't able to pick up that space ripper, which is fine, because he was trying to figure out how to deal with the space portal. These guys are tricky. They get me a little bit too. But he does all right with it. All right. Picks up the backward Robinoids there.
Never trust a machine that says it's looking out for you. That's how you end up optimized, out of existence.
Prepare for advanced interrogation and advanced R&D sample harvesting. Paltech, thanks for your support.
All right. Let's settle in for the boss fight here. Starting to pick on the back arm itself. Decides to switch back to the front because the front gives you reinforcement that the boss health bar is draining. Whoop, has to switch back over. Let's take a look at that again. How did we get in this spot? Okay. So then we have these guys starting to spawn the homers, and then what's he do? He moves down, no problem, easy peasy. Switches back up, totally good. So what happened? He switches down. Oh, okay, so he doesn't give too much ground, which is great. Very good technique. Okay. So what happened here? Super interesting. So what happened here is that we have these beams coming back up, which are they're basically corralling his movement, and because he wound up going backwards, his ability to escape, which was right through this channel, really got like he could have still done that, but instead he's like, okay, let's just go up. So he eats it on the shield there. All right, nothing wrong with that. What I'm looking for, right, is I'm looking to see, do I ever put players in an impossible situation? And I never want necessarily that situation to be like, oh, use a super. Like, just it's part of my own design Bible, which is always create a way for players to find their way out. Ideally, multiple ways, because if you don't and they have to take damage or to escape, then you're not really playing fair. Like, anyone can create a wall of bullets that you have to, like, tank a shield, like use your shield to tank through, or use a super or a bomb cancel. And while that can kind of be interesting and fun, no, wait a minute, fuck that. I don't find that interesting or fun. I think that you can design situations that utilize those things, but if at the core base level it's not possible to do by using those extra tools, then it's it's bad design. Sometimes I have to meter my own fucking thoughts. All right. He's down in the bottom left corner. Not too bad. Okay, here we go with the double swarm of bullets. He does see them, does the dodge forward and the dodge back. Staying in the pocket. Nice job. All right. Some people, I think the super players are going to want me to make crazier bullet patterns, which I'm totally fine to do. But first, I'm trying to see how this stuff lands, which is important, before we go down and go in that direction. Okay, so he's doing a good job following around. Whoa. All right. Gets through it. Comes one of the final quantum phases here. Getting some good damage in. He's not been dying, so his power-ups, he gets his auto power-ups every 30 seconds as well. I might be jinxing it here. Oh, he bonks the... I've jinxed it. I totally jinxed him. He bonks the singularity bullet. And I got facility destruction. Nice. Little, we just added in this version that if you kill all of the shrapnel pieces before they escape, then you get a little bit more dynamic enemy spawns. Here comes the main boss. And you'll know if you got the extra enemy spawn because you'll get the revenge. Yeah, he got him. Nice job. That's from the top. So this only appears, it was a little hard. This only appears if you kill all of the debris. So it's not super hard, but you have to be on top of it. So it's easier when you have an upgraded weapon set. All right, let's see what he's doing here. Because they basically create a lot of pressure in the middle of the screen, right? Whoa. Oh, did he take a damage there? Take a look at this again. All right, so he's over here. So the good news is he's got his long astral projection, which does great damage. He's got refined motion. It's killing all these robonoids, and these are also tricky. If you don't get these guys, these robonoid spawns, plus these ones, you're not going to get the space rip. Oh, maybe, is that true? Interesting. That is not true. Let me go backwards and take a look. Okay, so maybe it is. Okay, I think you have to kill all of these guys. So 2. All right, so that space rip opens there. I wonder, you know, I'm not entirely sure. I mean, he's not really struggling too much. The thinking here was that with those vertical robonoids that they're hard to get to because you have at least one quantum arm, revenge arm here. And you have to have a longer astral projection, or you have to be able to, you know, to get through these. I'm gonna leave it. I'm gonna leave it for now. Okay, but I want to look at this. So, okay, so the monster trophy does spawn. He switches to reverse shot, takes a point of damage. He's got invulnerability right there, so he is dodging the singularity bits. Does kill the space rip. He's got a big super in pocket. Okay, so he did take a point of damage there. He lost his shield. No big deal. This is one of those moments where you can do it, but a super definitely is super useful in this case. All right, so he does go down, unfortunately, there. Again, first time playthrough, very cool to see. Oop, oop, getting pressured. A lot of pressure coming. I think he's resetting a little bit to kind of just get his bearings. The other enemies, the PDB cruiser and the spider train barriers definitely escaped, which is good. We didn't want to continue to keep all that pressure up. Now we have these spawns. Whoa, that was interesting. You see that? Those guys snurked right through. Watch this. Did he stop shooting? Those guys go, oh, really interesting. Huh. I don't think I've ever seen that. I don't think I'm gonna fix it. Your spread shot is better at killing popcorners. Okay. All right. Hey, he's doing well. Settling into the astral projection. The focus shot. You go slower when you do that. Ooh, what happened there? What happened there? Okay, so he sees the robonoids down here, switches up, starts focusing on this, which is great. These guys go down, and then he starts dunking down. I think he's probably looking at his projection. And then he's probably looking at these robonoids, and he just doesn't, oh, and he winds up, okay. He winds up just kind of, well, he was tracking them down, didn't see these bullets anymore. I wonder, Probably not a huge deal, but I'm curious if maybe I should increase the size of those bullets. I mean, they are small. You know, I'm gonna take that as a note. I think that's a thing. The worst we can do is try, which is totally fine. Let's see. We'll add that, of course. First doing surge. Add that because oh, did I get this wrong? Laser tower field. Oh yeah. I think that was double check. Okay. I am tired. It's been a long day. Okay, we'll fix that though. Easy peasy. That's what that is. And then let's add ourselves a new item. And this item is homing in kunai energy daggers. Increase bullet size slightly. We don't need to bump it a lot, just a little bit. All right. Okay, let's get back to it. Okay, let me reset a little bit here. All right, so let me come back one more time. Okay, so we took that hit, no big deal. We don't really have a sound effect when you lose your shield, so a lot of people don't realize yet, but we're working on it. It'll be in the engine at some point. Okay, so he takes care of the tower, pops the Ripper. He's seeing the backside there. Ooh, he's got front side pressure as well. He does pick up the backside. That's all right. He did take a point of damage on the shield. Ooh, it was getting a little hairy, a little scary hairy. I thought these guys are still a little brutal, man. Yeah, they're a little bit brutal. I wonder. I'm gonna leave them for a little bit. But right there, this thing's crazy. Oh shit, he's got the wall. He manages to take the pop. And he gets out of there. That was pretty good. Does pick up the Lokis on the backside. Ooh! You saw the power up? Yeah, so the kunai are bigger here, so I probably am just gonna bring these up, bring her closer to that size. I think they're a little small for the turrets and Quantum, frankly. I'm gonna change that too. You know, I need to take a note because I'll forget. Turrets and quant and look at Peacekeeper drones for size reference. All right, sweet. There we go. We're getting things done. Nice. He's cruising. Good. It's not the hardest part in the game, that's for sure. All right, Space Ripper opens. Nice. Let's see how he does here. He did get the Space Ripper, so that's going to mean that these buildings are going to lower down the materializer tanks. Now he got it a little bit late, so they're coming to the party late. Ooh, he gets a little crushed there. He's learning about the laser towers having collision. Oh shit. Yeah, that's really rough. Yeah, he did kill that materializer tank. I already have I was watching our programmer play tonight. The first time he played, and he just got brutalized. So we're gonna make some changes for him too. One of those is that this particular Space Ripper is really brutal, and it's possible to open it just by killing the towers, but you have to kill the towers. So I'm gonna make it to where you have to kill the base. So if you leave behind some of that stuff, it'll be much easier in that section. And that's just dynamic difficulty. It's kind of the way that's my playbook. All right, picks up his shield there. Ooh, nice. He saw the. Oh, that's scary. He's one of my favorite advanced spawns here. I like that they come from both sides. Oh yeah. All right. Yeah, it's funny with the tanks. You can stay on top of them, and they, you know, they don't get a chance to shoot. But of course, if you let them live, some people want them to take a little more damage. I have a little more hit points. Let's see. All right, we're off to the races. I really like that I'm seeing players just line up with the face. They see the channel there, and they just start ripping with the astral projection attack. Good positioning here. You also realize again that missiles are, oh shit, look at that. That missiles can be destroyed by your, they're destructible. Here comes the bullet whip. Ooh, he just took a little just off the backside of those kunai daggers. All right, not too bad. All right, here comes the backward side. Robokinesis at its finest. We added the in the last round. Ooh, crusty. He got crunched. We added the warning signs to help players out there. They kind of needed them. There's a lot going on. I'm asking you to rub your belly and pat your you know, your head at this point. Boosh. All right. Head phase 2 is down onto the body. We're doing body shots, y'all. Yeah, see, nice using the reverse shot. He's definitely on the trigger there. Wait, I was in my brain. I was imagining something. What was going on? Okay. So he takes that one there. Yeah, I think it's just another, again, I think they're hard to see. They're too small. I mean, I like the way they are in terms of small, but here his focus was here. They're relatively slow projectiles, so you kind of lose sight of them. All right. Right. Here comes the building Swarmageddon. Building storm. The robo building storm. We're throwing the whole kitchen sink at him. DDCD boss is not fucking around. Nice job. Good use of the back and front shots. Clears the most hairy parts of it. Now it's just cleanup. All right, see how he does here. Ooh, he's melting. He was feeling it. Total panic. He's totally panicking. I love it. Trying to stay in control. This isn't dexterity scary. This is patience scary. It is a lot. I mean, look what's going on. This is some crazy overload, right? So don't get me wrong. All right, he does clear it out. Get a little hitch there. I wonder what that was. Oh shit. Oh! As a side effect, when you're always hanging on to the focus shot, you're going slower, and as a result, it means that enemies that show up and target you like that, you actually have to let go of the button to get out of to be able to dodge, which is good. We don't do it too often, but I'm still working on it. Kind of the core game loop. Finishes the head, second revolution, no problem. All right, on to the final bits. Nice, he's good at, ooh, shit. Oh. I was just gonna say he's good at not giving up too much ground to the bullets. He's patient like that. Nice. Ooh, shit. There you go. Like, I like that he's using his rapid shot to go back and forth. It's a lot of big bullet leading. It's not his first shmup in that respect. I think I'm going to make the size of these things a little bit smaller. And in the new version, we're going to have the adjusted heart position. And then it's also, we've just did adjustments tonight on the contrast to the background, so then it helps the heart pop out. Just visually. Shit. Little around the world, no big deal. I kind of want the around the world to be, I'm just gonna do it. I kind of looked at this thing a few times. I kind of want it to last a little bit longer. Second time I left this add item. Heart. Increase. Start. Heart. Start the plasma around the world a little earlier. I feel like the heart might. It can. I should do this as well. Consider giving the heart little more health. More health. All right. Good notes. Okay, let's see how this finished up here. Okay, we did not collect the Lokis. I think we hit a continue screen. That was the thing. Oh, yeah, that reminds me. Massey. So he played a few times before. Awesome. Okay. Which reminds me, by watching him, we need to take a couple more notes. Rank screen, switch to SHMUP shop music. Well, heart, death, stop music. Rank screen, switch to SHMUP music. All right, coo. All right. Okay, cool. First of all, I mean, look, DavidNG40, thank you so much for playing. You can see, like, now a little bit of you is in the game because I was able to watch your gameplay and see where you're at. I'm glad you had a good time, and it's interesting to see what you were, kind of what I think you were looking at and how you're responding. It was cool to see, like, you're very dexterous on the controls for switching between the front and back shot, which is really cool. So nice job, man. I appreciate you, and I'll talk to everyone soon. Thank you. Bye.